All right, y'all. This is gonna be a short one. I hope, no promises, but I really do want this one to be short. This is kind of like a little way for you to help you balance out the masculine and feminine inside of you. This is one of the ways that I did it. There's more ways to do it than just this, but I'm just offering my little way of like figuring out what I needed to in a way to kind of help further along my journey. It's not the end all be all, but it'll definitely help, move you in the right direction. So for some of y'all are aware of astronomy, or whatever, the zodiac signs and stuff like that. Some of y'all are aware of it. Take it with a grain of salt, whatever. Some people may click away just because they heard that, whatever. But at the same time, if you understand what those are, like your moon sign, your sun sign, and your rising, it'll help you to understand your masculine, your feminine, and the like eternal baby, a divine child kind of thing. But so like your sun sign being like your masculine, right? It's being like what people perceive of you on the outside. It's like how you come out to the rest of the world. It's how the rest of the world, like, and your energy like interact with one another. And then you have the moon sign, which is your feminine, right? It's the feminine being like the side of you that no one else sees. It's your like internal side. It's your like your mental. It's your internal self. It's the shadow self, right? It's the self that nobody else knows. So like your personality, your moon sign tells you more about your personality with who you are with yourself. When you're alone, when you're in your thoughts and your mind, or you're doing your own thing, that's your moon sign. The personality that you are like by yourself, that's your moon sign. The personality that you are with everything else is your sun sign. And your rising sign, and this is my opinion. I know a lot of people would say different things about the rising sign, but this is my opinion. I feel like my rising sign is the balancing force I need to add, or like the rest of the ingredient I need to add in order for it to kind of like charge those two together to kind of like propel that forward. And for me, my rising, my sun sign is a Pisces sign, my moon sign is a Virgo, and my rising is a Taurus. So my sun sign being a Pisces, I'm an artist in and out. Like it's hard for me not to think like an artist, hard for me not to be an artist, hard for me not to draw. Like I've been an artist since I was a little kid. And so for me, the Pisces side was something that I had, I guess, understood about who I was, and understood, okay, yeah, I'm a Pisces, like I'm completely a Pisces, like I'm straight up. And I was a cusp baby. I'm, February 21st. So for the longest time, for the first half of my childhood, I thought I was an Aquarius because my parents told me I was an Aquarius. So I was like, oh, I'm Aquarius, but I found out it was my Pisces. But that's just my own story. Sorry, I don't want to get too much about myself. But so me understanding that about myself as a Pisces, as an artist, there's a part of me that's a perfectionist, right? And that's not for every artist, but this is just me, my artist journey, right? I'm a perfectionist in some ways. So a part of me as a Pisces, I'm very creative and I'm very like, imaginative and dreamy. However, there's a part of me that's very meticulous and very like particular and very scrutinous when it comes to things. And it can work against me or for me. There's a balance for all of those, all those things. And that, for me, when I understood that my moon sign was the Virgo, that's what made sense to me. And when I figured out that my internal self is that meticulous self, and my external self is the artsy, dreamy, like, vibey self. And when I realized that the Virgo and the Pisces signs are literal opposites of one another, like they're on the opposite sides of the zodiac. Like for all the dreaminess that Pisces is and exists in that realm, the Virgo is the earth. It's like grounded, and it's like once it needs details, it needs those things in order for it to feel, wow, that's so freaking cool. You see them? I hope y'all saw that. Look. The vultures. It's the sign of rebirth. That's so cool. They're circling around. That's so cool. Oh my goodness. So yes, that's beautiful. Synchronicities and stuff. I think those are vultures. They might not be. They kind of look like them. I don't know. I can't tell. I think vultures fly a little higher. Don't know. But those are, anyways, very cool. Might be my ancestors. Whatever. It's cool. So once I understood that those two signs were complete opposites of one another, I was at war with myself internally for a long time. Not like at war, like, oh, I hate myself, but I was at war between like how I like operate in different ways, and I didn't understand why. But when I understood that my masculine is the Pisces and my feminine is the Virgo, and the internal self of myself is the Virgo, like I'm very meticulous. So like the feminine or the moon sign is, that's like you can see in more like how your dwellings are. Like if you like your dwellings to be like a certain way, that's more about like how your moon sign is, you know. Because some people may come off as like, oh, organized, they got everything together and stuff like this and that, but then when you go to their space, it's all like messy and like discombobulated, and it's just because they have a moon sign that's more like free form like that, you know what I mean? But like for me, even though I'm an artist and I'm a Pisces and I should be all like that, like I really like my stuff very like clean and together. How all the birds are coming out, that's so freaking cool, man. That's so freaking cool. They're all coming out. Dang. That's so cool. I think they're vultures, man. That's so cool, man. Jesus. Anyways, that never happens. I hope y'all got something out of that too. But anyway, so I understood that. Once I understood about myself, it helped me to understand how my artwork works. Like there's a part of me that is that creative side, but there's also part of me that likes that technical side of it and wants it to make sense, you know. But once I was able to balance those out and understand, oh yeah, as a Virgo, I am very like scrutinous, so I can kind of pick too hard at something, or I can look too deep into something, or I can try to make it work so much, or scrub it to the skin starts coming off type shit. But, and as a Pisces too, there's a side of me that is very dreamy and freedom, and I can go into my third eye and I'm like, you know, come back with different visuals and stuff. But yeah, learn how to balance those two. And my ascending as a Taurus was is the workhorse. You know, the Taurus is the beast of burden, and there's a part of me that I had to learn how to stay consistent and to take all that dreaminess and everything and take all the Virgo side and really be consistent and keep like for me, that's what made it work, is that I had to lock in and I had to ground myself, and I had to like use this like dual energy, but not just dwell in it, but to like put it to work and to consistently, you know, work. So for me, that's something I had to do. You know what I'm saying? My Taurus ascending is kind of leading me to have to put that work in order for me to see it in its highest potential. But I hope that helps. I wanted to keep this short. This is just me. I've kind of talked more about my perspective and how I kind of did things. There's a lot more to balancing the feminine or feminine masculine within yourself, for sure. This is just one aspect of it. This is just one aspect of your you know, your personal self, your identity, your ego, or whatever you want to call it, and being able to balance that, your sun sign, your moon sign, your ascending, and everything. But I love y'all. I didn't want this to take too long. I can only talk about my perspective because of what I've went through, and you know, me, what I've been given to balance myself. So I hope y'all are having a lovely day. I'll talk to y'all soon. See y'all soon. Take care. Whoever you are, wherever you are, however you are, whenever you are. Love y'all.